everyone, it's Nicole and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have a process video using the November hip kits. It's a super holiday themed kit, and although I don't do a lot of holiday layouts, this one really inspired me to do that. So I grabbed some pictures from my stash and I thought I better tell some of the stories that go along with that. Now typically that's not something that I worry about. I know that's kind of crazy, but I really feel like something like a holiday photo is something that you should document why you took the photo or what the reason was. And every year I buy my kids Christmas pajamas. I know a lot of people out there buy pajamas every year and let their kids open them. We let them open them on Christmas Eve. It's the only gift they're allowed to open. And even though they know what it's going to be, it's still kind of fun for them. So this is one of the photo I'm using here today is one of the photos I first took with few of the first Christmas pajamas with all three of my kids. So yeah, so that's kind of the deal with this photo here. And I thought it would be fun because it's not a great photo to kind of trim it down into a circle, which is something I probably haven't done in, I don't know, I've done it once in the last 2 years, but before then I would say I can't even remember the last time. So I thought I would make some ornaments along my page here. And you can see I've just cut some circles with my die cut machine. And I've cut the word Christmas, which is one of the exclusive cut files. I think Kim Watson designed this one. It's a really fun text. I love that kind of scratchy font. So it's really fun. And I'm mixing in these exclusive Hip Kit Club Puffy Alphas. And they're made by Pink Bear Studio for this kit for us. So they're really awesome. I like the kind of funkiness of that. And I added some gold mist to my white cardstock. You can see I smudged a piece there. So I'm trying to erase that and to clean it up, but it didn't really work. And I'm just going to kind of play around from here. That's kind of my basic idea. I wasn't sure how I was going to make these look like ornaments, if they were actually going to look like ornaments. And then I grabbed these basic gray tags in the kit from the Juniper Berry collection, and I'm just lining those up kind of along the top of my ornaments there, my circles, to create kind of ornament tops. And I'm missing one top because I really like this kind of scallopy tip of the tag. So I just used one as a tracer and traced one for that top circle that I have. So that's kind of where I'm at so far. And truly, I did kind of plan the fact that I wanted to have ornaments on the page. And, you know, I already had some typed journaling, which is huge for me. And yeah, I'm just going to kind of go from here. So I put these tags kind of in behind, and I've popped out my photo, of course. And I'm just going to add some twine. This is the twine that came with the tags in the basic gray tag set, and I'll tie those to the back later. I'm just going to kind of thread that through and add a glue dot just to kind of get them in place. And I thought about stapling them to the top, but I didn't want to have a staple. So I came up with another little quick solution. So I'm just going to get my title stuck down here. I'm not going to pop this up. Today I'm just going to add a little bit of liquid, tiny bit of tacky glue here, just to kind of get it stuck down where I want it. And that's that. And this Christmas word was cut from the exclusive paper designed by Kim Watson, who designs all our Project Life cards. She designed a whole bunch of papers this month, which is really fun. And she designed that one, and it's kind of like a nice hot pink with some gold stars on it, and I thought it would be really fun for this page. And I did die cut a bow, which is not from the cut files for this month, just one I had in my silhouette stash. And I was going to use it here on top of my journaling, but I ended up going in a different direction, which you'll see in a minute. But I did like the bow and how cute it looked. So at this point, I'm just really playing around with what the heck I'm going to do with the rest of this page. I kind of have those ornaments, and you can see I typed that journaling out onto a piece of white cardstock that I thought was white, but apparently it's a slightly different color, as you can see in the video. It wasn't stuff that came from the kit. I sat down preparing my pages kind of for the kit once I got it, and I thought, oh, I'm going to type out a bunch of journaling and be all smarty pants and get it all done ahead of time. And now I realize that the cardstock does not match the cardstock. So that's a problem, and so that's really bothering me. And then I realized, oh, I can use the bow over the top of these ornaments to kind of decorate them up a little bit because they were pretty blah. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I actually just am going to, on my silhouette here to the right, I'm just playing around with my silhouette, trying to see how I can cut those just a little bit smaller, because the one I had cut there, I intended it to go on top of the journaling, so I kind of measured it out for that. But I'm just going to cut 3 little pieces here for bows. And while that's cutting, see there's one already, it was pretty fast. I'm going to attach that thread twine to the back of the layout. So I'm kind of doing 2 things at once here. And I'm just cut some scrap of paper here, and I'm pulling that twine straight to the back, and I'm just going to glue it on and trim off the extra. And that should keep it in place. It's just a glue dot holding it down, and so covering up the glue dot is that piece of paper. So you can see I'm just cutting out bows as we go, and I'm just using some scraps here. And the fun part is all these papers are double-sided, so my bows end up being 2 different patterns, which is really cute. And when I actually thought initially that I was doing bows, I thought it would just be the one pattern, and then it was like a fun surprise, because I hadn't even thought that the bow, once I assembled it all together, would show 2 patterns. So it was kind of fun. So now it's really just putting the bows together, and you can see the shape. This one's from the Silhouette store, and it's really simple. There's a little notch there. You just kind of fold it together, and I'm going to staple it in the center because it comes with this little loopy bit that I'm going to glue dot around the middle. And then voila, you can see it is pink on one side for that bow and blue on the other, so a blue pattern. So that's kind of fun. And I'm just trying to match up now which bow kind of goes best with my ornament. I don't want to have anything too flashy on the more flashy patterned paper. And the one of my kids here is actually, you can see there a little tiny bit, there's a little white stripe along the top, and that's actually the border of the photo. So I'm just trying to cover that up. So this was another good way to mask that. And I'm just playing around a little bit with when you do the bows, if you ever download this shape, you just need to fluff them up a little because they kind of get flattened when you put them together. So that's just a little tip for me to you. And then I just use a glue dot to just stick them in place. And then because this one here was a little bit wobbly, I just added some foam adhesive underneath because my photo was pop dotted. So I just added a little bit to that one side. And yeah, this page came together quite quickly actually, including all the die cutting, which wasn't too much, but came together I think probably in about 45 minutes. That includes cutting all the die cut words, and I even cut the circles on my silhouette. So that's pretty fast. For me, that's pretty fast. And this is a pretty simple page for me. And that includes all the thinking. You can see I tap my fingers about 18 times as I really don't have a clue what I'm doing. Now to solve my problem with the journaling, the paper not really matching great, I am going to go ahead and I just trimmed it into little strips so it wasn't quite so obvious. And then I thought, you know, it kind of works out okay because I have that scribbly black ornament there up at the top, and it's cream, so it kind of helps make me feel better, I guess is the right word, that the white journaling doesn't quite match the white cardstock. And I'm just going to add some embellishment from the kit. I grabbed a whole bunch of these die cuts from Pink Fresh Studio that are so cute. I love the whimsicalness, is that a word? But I love that feature of it, so I'm going to add the presents there, and then I'm just going to try to layer in a little bit underneath that with some foam adhesive, these other little gifts here, and then I'm going to pull in a few of these super fun acrylic shapes that were designed by Kim also for the kit. I love them. I hope we get them every month. Hint, hint, if Kimberly is watching. I really hope we get a different one every month, or at least every couple months. I think it would look super awesome. I just think it would be fun. And I found this Naughty or Nice tag. I'm going to add that in here just to fill in that area a little bit. And what else do I want to add? I thought about adding in some of these glitter foam embellishments, were also an exclusive. They're really fun. I thought I'd use some of the silver, but then I realized I had no other silver on this page and that was going to bother me. So I stuck with gold in the little tiny acrylic embellishments, and I think we need acrylic hearts. I think that we should have them for the February kit. That's if I got to pick, that's what I would say. Give me some acrylic hearts. You know, maybe some swirly-doos, some words, some acrylic words. I'd like a really big acrylic word would be fun. Is Kimberly listening or watching? I really hope she is. Haha. Anyway, yeah, I'm rambling, right? I really just played around with a lot of the different embellishments and just pulled in some of the little dots and things here, and then added some stitching to my ornaments when I was all done. So that's pretty much it. Here is a couple close-ups. There's those ornaments I just stitched down, and you can see I added some epoxy dots in there, and ended up painting on some of the gold mist from the color add-on, and then stitching down another one of those word die cuts to my page, and that's pretty much it. Hope you like this video. If you do, give me a thumbs up. And if you want, check out more of my work on my blog, or you can visit my digital cut file store, justnick.myshopify.com. I did design some of the cut files for November, and I hope you like them. Bye-bye.